Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I really didn't want to do this video outside because every time I do videos outside, people are always looking at me, and then it's just like these days I just want to be invisible. I don't want people to pay attention to me. But anyway, hi. So, what was I going to say? So basically, I was on the train um, on my way to work. And yesterday, yes, I did my first wedding event, and honestly, like it was just like I knew it was gonna be like stressful, but yeah, how do I describe it? Basically, you know when you're filled up with so much anxiety that when you're being asked questions, uh, about some, and it's just like my mind was just from the morning I've been non-stop, not being told off, but being like, don't do this, make sure you do this, and I'm like, okay, like it's good feedback. But then the whole event was just disorganized from the start, and like the table numbers wasn't matching the manager's like paper, and then names were just confusing, and then the amount of children that was on the table was just confusing, so everything was just confusing. um and yeah, and it basically, we have so much anxiety that you can't think, you have a mental block. So yeah, I literally got emotional, not in front of like the manager, but like it's getting emotional with the other, like, and then the other manager saw me, she was a nicer one, and yeah, like I basically teared up. I didn't like full on like cry, like, but teared up. I think I know where I'm going. Today I'm working at football stadium, so also my scarf is like this because I'm just tired of the cold. It's always cold. Like, yeah. Anyway, where do I go? Oh, I'm here already. Yeah, I'm here already. Oh, thank goodness. So, yeah, so this morning, just as I was feeling like really exhausted, as you saw from this morning, like I took a quick video of me just having a bruise from yesterday because it was all that heavy lifting, all that moving around, the big mental weights and stuff like that. So yeah, um, and then this morning just feeling like really demotivated and really just tired, as you could just see. So I'm gonna do this. I really, yeah, I'm really just tired. So I don't want to go into check-in now because there's quite a lot of people. But yeah, so as I'm on a train, it's just funny, like how the moment that I think the universe is like not on my side, like I have a slight doubt, then I thought, let me go, because I always go on YouTube, right? So I thought, let me go on YouTube and like just see what if anyone's posted, because obviously like I follow other YouTubers and watch their vlogs. And if you've watched my first video, you'll know who I'm talking about. But this person hasn't uploaded in just over a year, and she uploaded just yesterday. And her name is Lily Singh. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I just saw life update, and I just kept looking at the video like, is this an old video, or is this actually like a new video? So yeah, she posted, and I managed to watch it on the train, and I managed to just about finish watching the video. And as soon as I finished watching the video, then 2 minutes later I needed to get off my stop on the train. Yeah, basically she was just a big reminder of why I'm doing this, uh, how I need to take care of myself. Obviously, like, telling my mom yesterday what happened, and my mom's saying, you know what, like, don't expect everybody to care for you. Like, you got to take care of yourself. Like, if you're going to a new place, like, don't expect them to give you water. Like, because I didn't have any water yesterday. I didn't go to the toilet all day, and then walking back to the station, I was promised like a taxi back home, but they didn't finish at midnight because they got the timings wrong. So I literally had to go back home, which was like, how long is it? Like 2 hours away. But basically, I had to leave the place like straight away after like we got ready and everyone's leaving, and then they're closing down the venue. And then like I walk out to get to the station as quickly as I can because I don't want to miss my last train. And yeah, get walking on my way to the station. I'm like, oh gosh, I need to go to the toilet. So they had toilets like in the station, but I didn't think to ask like where the toilets was because I was just busy like all day, and they were behind schedule yesterday. And you know, the only good thing is that one of the staff members yesterday, like at the venue, she came up and spoke to me. She could see how everyone was so stressed, and she could see me going up and down, and she just wants to let me know, like she's been doing hospitality for like 5 years, so she knows exactly like what we're going through. And you know, she went through the exact same thing. But anyway, yeah, so yesterday my mom was just like, don't expect people to care for you, basically. So make sure you have a bottle of water, make sure you have like something to eat, even if you just put in your pocket, and like just find a toilet and just sit down. Like if no one's giving you a break, just go toilet, sit down, eat your what, a sandwich or your water, put it in my pocket. Like, yeah. But anyway, yeah, Lily Singh. So watched her vlog, just reminded me why I'm doing what I'm doing, the reason why I'm doing these things. That's just reminded me that I just got to keep going. And I feel like with every successful person, like you go through a period of where you're really stressed and you're really like, you get to a point where you're not looking after yourself and all that. I feel like everybody like goes through that, no matter what other people say to you, like no matter how many videos you watch of self-care, like it's really up to you, like how you do your own self-care and how you manage your time and that balance for yourself. So super happy that she's put up a vlog, a little video. I'm gonna be watching that 1,000 more times. She's just one of those people, just like, I wish I could be a friend. Like it's just, yeah, like I could see us like really getting along. But obviously we'll see what the universe holds. And who knows, I may meet her in another lifetime, who knows. But by far, you know, matter, like she hasn't posted in just over a year, and still by far she's my favorite person to watch. So yeah, so I better go to work. I'm late for check-in, don't care. And yeah, that's my little update for today. But yeah, see ya. Hey, so it's been a cool minute since I've been in my gym because I've not been consistent with my workouts, and plus, like in my other vid, I said that it was last week Monday, a day after Mother's Day. Oh, this is close enough. A day after Mother's Day, I threw up. So like, you know, feeling a bit weak and stuff. So, you know, I had to take a break from like working out, doing weight stuff. But feeling a lot better now. But this Friday is my sister's. Oh, still not close enough. This Friday is my sister's birthday, and you know, there's word about having pizza at the end of the day, and there's no point in me working out if I'm just gonna put all those calories like back on. I think this is close enough. Just want to get my little blankie. It's fairly warmish outside, like yeah, it's a bit mild. The gym is obviously like a bit colder than outside. This is literally me like just waking up from like not just waking up, like coming out of my bed, because I woke up and then stayed in the bed for like an hour, and then I watched Jay Shetty's podcast with Lily Singh, um, that was just posted like just yesterday, and it was like an hour long. So I watched the whole thing, well, an hour, 12 minutes long, and I watched like the whole thing. Um, so after I watched that, like I thought, just to make this quick clip, because when you just watch something, or like you're inspired, or you're just passionate about something, or you had a thought and you're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, this is what I'm actually thinking, or this is a good point, and I want to elaborate on it. And like, it's not the same where you think about something and then you wait like a day later, or you wait for the right time to make a video. So I was like, you know what? Like, the least I can do is tie my hair up, put this quick jumper on, put these trousers on. Like, when I go to bed, like, I don't wear trousers, like, I wear shorts. But considering my legs are like hairy as hell, like, yeah, I don't want to, yeah. Like, I know I said I want to be honest, but I don't want to be that honest. So wear trousers to cover my legs. Need to order hair removal cream because I ran out. But yeah, enough of that detail. So yeah, so basically, this is probably a vid for talking about my thoughts about that podcast that I watched with Lily Singh and Jay Shetty, and probably like my vision board like later, because it's funny, like 2 weeks ago, like I was just looking at my vision board and I was like, I really need to update it, but like, when am I gonna update it? I don't know, because I've been working, and also I've been tired and then sick as well. So yeah, I think 2 weeks ago I was like, I need to update my vision board. And then I recently did a little vid talking about how I was feeling like not motivated, like feeling like very worn out, like with work and stuff like that. And then Lily Singh posted a video, and then it was funny because that video like just came out the right time that I was feeling that way. And then recently, like, I watched like Lily's, yeah, I watched her YouTube video, and then she's got a Instagram page, and I followed that Instagram page, and then I've just been watching her Instagram posts, videos. And then recently I pre-ordered her new book, Be a Triangle. I did order her first book, but I didn't order it at the time that she launched it, because I only knew of her since 2020, I think, or 2021. No, 2020. Yeah, because when I was looking up YouTubers in Canada, like typing it up like on YouTube, like YouTubers in Canada, like she came up as one of the top like 10 people to watch like in Canada. So yeah, podcasts, focus. So yeah, podcasts. So by the way, highly recommend it. Watch it. I'm not going to elaborate and explain on everything because it was an hour long and there's so much like detail you can pick from it. But it's on YouTube, and it's Jay Shetty's podcast. And with Jay Shetty, by the way, like I knew him. I knew him. I don't know him. Like I knew of him through Jada Pinkett's Red Table Talk. And I don't know when this video, like it was him and Wadi that did the Red Table Talk. And I think this was like end of 2019. So I knew of him like back then, but I didn't pay much attention to him. I only watched like one video in 2019. I think it's 2019. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, and then somehow in 2020, like I was just more curious like of him, so I went to his Instagram page, and then finding out he does meditation, like guided sessions, like he did that in 2020, like for like a week or something. on YouTube. So like watched those, I went through those guided meditations, and then and for me, when I watch somebody new on YouTube or the internet or social media in general, like I don't just watch everybody and I don't listen to everybody and anybody. Like I have to do my research. I have to um, get to know them more before I dive in. So I went from knowing of Jay Shetty from 2019, and I only started to really pay attention to him. I would say like yeah, definitely 2020, and then more of him in 2021. So it's like a progression thing over the years. And then in 2020, then yes, I got the book, Think Like a Monk. And I did have that book for a while, but I lent it to a friend, and that friend is now moved abroad. Well, I think she's moved abroad, but she's been abroad for like 6 months, more than 6 months, and I haven't got my book back. So um, I'm not mad at it at all. Like, I could just get another book. I did feel a type of way at first. I was like, I need my book back, because it's one of those books you have to keep reading over again and go through the guided meditations like again and again and again. So I did have that book. I don't have it anymore, but I need to just buy it again, basically. And then and it's funny, I found Lily Singh randomly, and then find out later on that there's a connection with Jay Shetty and Lily Singh and Radhi Shetty, and they're just like all friends, so it's just funny how, that worked. So Lily Singh. So one of the things that she mentioned in his podcast, and it was towards the end of the podcast, one, the vision board. I talked about the vision board, right? Like she was saying how she does her vision board. She puts on her main core value like in the middle of the vision board, and then everything else like spreads out, like it's linked to that middle core. And in my vision board, like I have it, I can literally show proof. Like in this video, I'll show proof of my old vision board, and I'm gonna make a new vision board hopefully today. I took a day off work today, and I'll take a day off work tomorrow, and it's my sister's birthday on Friday. Working in a wedding on Saturday, and then Sunday I'll probably take another day off because I need a break. But yeah, it was just like that's something I have similar. So talking about that, I mentioned a vision board. So it's like, you know what, like today it just like made me think, yes, like for 2 weeks now I've been thinking about making a new vision board. So today I'm going to make a new vision board. Secondly, she talked about Jay Shetty asked these 5 questions, and one of the questions was like, I can't remember the exact question, but all I remember is that she said something about, oh yeah, the one thing that you would like to do more of, I think, and she said something she would like to do more disruption, like a good chaos, like in the world, like not a bad chaos. Like to me that translates to not following by the books, not following by the rules. Like just because one person or society or the trend is that you have to do something in a certain way because it's the right way. Like why does it need to be that way? Who says that it needs to be that way? That's something they talked about as well. And I so like resonate with that, because with other friends that I've talked to, other people I've spoken to, over these past couple of years, I've always said that I don't follow societies. I hate trends, by the way. Like, even though I'm doing YouTube, like, and I've got Instagram, like, there's a certain way of doing social media, and also YouTube at a certain period had a trend that everyone was doing. Like YouTube was becoming a thing, and now I'm doing YouTube now. I feel like, well, yes, actually just yesterday somebody talked about YouTube being out of trend now, and I was like, yeah, it may be out of trend, but I still want to do it just because I don't know where it's going to go or where it's going to take me. And to be honest, if this platform doesn't become anything, like I want it to be like my diary. Like I want it to be, because I've tried writing a diary and I've constantly failed. So this YouTube is my journal. It is my diary. It reminds me of another YouTuber, well, not YouTuber, he's a, social media influencer, I would say. Uh, what's his name? Stephen Bartlett. Yeah, Stephen Bartlett, who is on Dragon's Den. Recently found out about him as well. But he's got a podcast, The Diary of a CEO. So something similar to that, I guess. So obviously, his was completely different, but yeah. And I've been saying to people over the couple of years, like I've used, I don't follow by the rules, don't follow by the books, hate trends, like, and I couldn't find the correct word for it. Like I kept saying, like I'm sort of like a bit rebellious in that way, but I thought rebellious is a bit of a harsh word. So when she said disrupt, if I could say the word, disrupt. Okay, disrupt. If I don't think about it, then I say disrupt. There we go. Yeah. Disruption. Yeah. Chaos. Good chaos. That's another way, nice way of putting it. And I could relate to that too. I'm gonna pause this video and go back to the podcast of other things that she said at the end, and then I'll come back to it. So give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So, get the lighting, get my blanket. I may have to go off this again. This is a disadvantage of recording on your phone, obviously, because if you're recording on camera, like I can have my phone here and just like look and just like quickly watch, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Like I actually did see a camera. When was it? I'm losing track of days. I think it was like last week, I think. Went out, with a friend, had like, some food, went out to different shops and like, yeah. And I saw a camera that I liked with the microphone. So it was like a vlogging camera. So I'm like, took a picture of it. I'm like, okay, this is how much it cost. Like, this is how much, obviously, I need to save. Is it a priority right now? No, because yeah, I've got other things on the top of the list that I've already saved for, and then I've got next thing I want to save for, and blah 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 blah, and then things I need to, yeah, not a priority right now. I got my phone. It is what it is. So yeah, so gone back to the podcast, and yeah, she mentioned something about making fun her core thing. That I could totally relate, because with me, like as you could probably tell from this videos, like, or not, I don't know, but like, I'm very goal driven, career driven, and recently, and it's not just a one-time thing. Like I go through these phases where I'm just like, yeah, like I'm much better now, I'm neutral, and then I do have these down days where I'm just like, ugh. But it's just like, I need to learn how to have fun, and that's something I am definitely working on. I thought that I need to have more fun, like, and just socializing more. But to be honest, like, if I don't have the time to socialize and building on just working and saving, so then I can build on businesses in the future, I can build on my skills in the future. Like everything that I do is very goal driven and career driven, and these are the stuff that baking, for example. Baking started off as my hobby, and now I'm trying to, well, not trying now because I've not baked since September, but I will do. But baking I will make into a business, a proper business, and to do that I need to have fun, so she made a very good point, making just having fun as a core thing. Like, yeah, if I'm not having fun, like if I'm not socializing as much, then how am I supposed to have fun? So if what I do for most of my time, majority of my time, is self-development, career driven, goal driven, if that is what is consistent with my time, and I do enjoy it most of the time. Like some days I'm like, ugh, And then some days I'm like, so it's kind of like a love and hate relationship. So if I'm spending most of my time on that, then I need to make fun as part of it. Needs to be joined. It needs to be as something that is, what is this? Like joined, intertwined, collab. I don't know what word. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a good point as well. And um yeah, back to the disruption thing. Yeah, I remember years ago, like when I was working uh somewhere else part-time for like a year, 2 years, and I remember saying that when dance came into back into my life, um, I remember saying that I want to be a dancer, but I also want to be this, and I want to be a baker, and I want to do this and this and this, and I remember some people telling me at work, and it's not that it's not bad that they said that, because that is what's worked for them, and that's the only thing that they know. So they were telling me, as you get older, at some point, like, you need to settle down. You need to choose like one thing to do, because let's be real, like, it's unheard of, like, it's very rare. You do hear about these things, but it is very rare to maintain, and it's very rare to be consistent of it. So it's very rare to do multiple roles, because the roles that I want to do, as you guys know so far, is some to do something in dance. Yoga's definitely coming back into it. Um, Martial arts, I don't care if I said it before or not. Martial arts, so dance, yoga, martial arts. That's supposed to be one thing, right? A little business thing. And I've had this idea since 2019, but it's not developed, because I need to build my skills on yoga, martial arts. While martial arts, I need to go back into it, and then dance, I need to develop more. And then yoga, I mean, let's be real, my body is not at that capacity, and my mentality is not at that capacity to be passing down knowledge to other people. So that needs to be worked on. That's one thing, right? Then you got baking, like, yeah, simple baking, business in baking. That's two. Then you got event and wedding management. That's three. YouTube, that could be four. Um, Another thing, maybe five. I've got another thing, and maybe six. That's like down the line. But it's unheard of that people do multiple things, and especially it's unheard of that people do multiple things that require much of their time. So let's be real, weddings and events, like, you need to constantly work on. It's a lot of work, a lot of hours need to be put into it, and um you're going to have random weekends that you need to work. You need to work late at night. I just experienced like working in a wedding, you know, supposed to finish at midnight. Well, it finished a bit earlier, but I ended up getting home at like 1:30 a.m. in the morning. So, you know, I will have a life like that. Plus, travel could be a thing as well. So then, and then baking, yes, like a lot of your time as well. Baking the products, and then working out your budget, and then going through that your fixed costs and all that stuff. Like, that requires a lot of your time before you even just sell the cakes, like deliver the cakes to the customer. There's a lot of preparation in that. And then dance, yoga, martial arts, a lot of my time needs to be on my health and well-being, not only physically but mentally as well. And I need to maintain that. I need to be consistent of that, because for example, yoga, like, that, you can't afford to be inconsistent in yoga. You just can't, because your body needs to be in shape, and mentally as well. You're mentally, like, okay, like, if you're having like down days and off days, that's fine. But I think overall, you need to have a strong foundation mentally, so, and to have a strong foundation, you need to be consistent of that foundation, so with me, I always say, no matter how many times people tell me that, oh, it's probably a bit much, you'll probably be doing a bit too much. That I don't believe. I think I'm not that I think, I know. I know I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing too much. I'm not doing enough because I've not been consistent, and nothing has lifted off the ground. Like, it's just, I'm still in this phase of just finding out stuff, knowledge, building on skills, saving up, having another job to save up so I can invest in these ideas, and so forth, so forth. So I believe it is possible, but I think I need to not, I've got to stop saying I think, I know. I know I need to organize my time because, as my mum keeps reminding me, like, we have so much time in a day. We've got 24 hours in a day. And, for example, how much sleep that you get. Sleep is important. I'm not one of those people that believes that you should, you've got hustle, 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 sleep is not an option, you get 3-4 hours sleep, like, no, like, I'm a person that needs to sleep, because if I don't sleep, I don't function. If I don't function, then all hell breaks out, right? So for me, like, I would need like 6 to 7 hours sleep, 8 pushing it. My lazy days, like, oh my gosh, like, my lazy days, like today, like, what time did I go to sleep last night? I think I went to sleep, um, probably like 11, and then I woke up at 8. Yeah, I didn't go back to sleep. Yeah, so today, yeah, so I went to sleep at 11, woke up at 8, so 9 hours sleep, so, but that's because I've been exhausted. But then this goes back to having a balance of sleep, making sure I'm healthy, making sure I'm not overworking myself, so everything's a balance. So you time management, your sleep, you time management, you working out, or whatever you do, and then time management in whether it's emails or courses or studying, like, everything needs to be down to the T management, So I can do that. I have done that in a space of a week, and then I'll just be inconsistent again, and then a few days I'll be consistent, and I'll be good. So I need to be consistent. So when people tell me, and if there's other people out there that tell you that you can't do multiple roles because it's just impossible, like, I'm doing this platform so then I can actually prove to myself, first of all, that it is actually possible to do all these roles. Now, can I do all these roles at the same capacity? No. And what I mean by that is that there was a video clip that I did a while ago, and I don't know which video, I don't know, but I said it at some point, where I figured out how I can time manage the different careers I want to do in my life. So it may change, but so far I've kind of worked out that baking will be my core, will be the thing that I spend most time on. And then branching from that would be event wedding planning. The reason why I say that is because so you guys know I do agency work in hospitality. So in January this year, I was not working at all. Why? Because there was no events going on, like nada. So in February, mid-February, that's when events started to pick up, but barely. But to be real, like, events start to pick up around March. I would say March time. And then it will then be really hectic from March until August. There'll still be events from September to December, but I think the really busy period is from May till September. Now, yeah, that's why event planning will be branching out of baking, because baking, you can literally bake from January to December, because there's always going to be a birthday, there's always going to be an occasion, there's always going to be somebody that wants to watch Netflix and just order a bunch of cakes just to treat themselves. Like, there's not 1 month in a year where there is a gap. They're just not. I believe that it's going to be all year round. And looking at my time and looking at my income, I feel like, yeah, baking will be the main thing. And then events, I could start working. Like the preparation of events, yeah, like that will happen like from the beginning of the year to end of the year. But in terms of like working like on it will be from March till summer. And then dance and then yoga and martial arts, I feel like it can fit in between January and February just because those are going to be the quieter months. So I may as well use that time to focus on those things around that part of the year, and then maybe September to December. So if you guys are following me on this, like if you're not, I'm sorry. Like, and if you are, wow, thank you for keeping up. Like, yeah. But in terms of time management, I feel like that's how I want to do the blocks in my year. And yeah, so baking main thing, and then branching out will be dance, martial arts, yoga, and then events and management. Events and management will be the second strongest, and then dance, yoga, martial arts will be like the third. Like I won't be spending as much time on it, but it's there. It's yeah. Um so yeah, I feel like I've talked enough. Whether I just make this one video, I don't know because I've talked a lot. I don't know how much I'm gonna edit. But I do want to at some point, like I do want to incorporate my making my vision board in this video. So we'll see. Like I don't want to make the video like more than half an hour long. Yeah. Whew. But yeah. I just wanted to get all that out because I don't watch podcasts all the time. I don't listen to podcasts all the time, but when I do, like it comes at the perfect moment for me. So yeah, so I just want to, just again, like thank Lily Singh, for just being a huge influence in my life basically since 2020, and Jay Shetty and Radhi Shetty, because my meals and how I eat and stuff like that, and just watching you as a person, like you're just so kind and loving, and I inspire to be that way as well. So when I first watched Radhi, I was just like, she's just so cute, like she's so loving, and like no matter what, so that's what I inspire to be as well. Just being more kind, being more kind, being more loving, because that gels well with me. Like when I don't be loving and kind, like when I be the complete opposite, then I feel like I feel like ugh, like it doesn't sit well. So yeah, I think that's about it. I will show when Lily's book comes out, and I will read it. I have read it. I'm just gonna say I put it out in the universe. I have read it because the thing of me, I'm very inconsistent with books. So Jay Shetty's one, Think Like a Monk, I actually did finish reading his book. So when I finished reading books, I'm actually really proud because I'm very inconsistent reading books. I mean, Lily's first book, Think Like a Boss, like I feel like saying that word like boss. Like you can't say it just seriously, like formal. You gotta be like boss, like boss. Anyway, but with her first book, like I didn't finish reading it. I just read bits and bobs like of it, like in between, but I haven't finished the whole thing, like the whole book of it. So I feel like Be Like a Triangle, like oh no, Be a Triangle, sorry. Like I think yeah, I will. Yeah, I have a feeling I will just read all of it because hearing what she's gone through and what she's sharing, I feel like I'll be a lot more intrigued in that. So yeah. So I'm gonna get on with my day, and what I mean by that is that I am going to eat because I'm hungry, and because it's probably like it's probably midday by now. Who knows? Because when I came in here, it was like 11:15, I think. Today's date is what is today? The 6th of April. So Lily's book comes out in the UK on the 14th of April. I've already pre-ordered the book. It's on Amazon. Um, yeah, I will definitely let you know my thoughts on that for sure. Um, and yeah, and that's it. Thanks for listening. If you got this far in just me talking and talking 100 miles per hour, like most of the things I've said, I actually don't remember what I said. Like, you know, when your thoughts are just going on and on and on, like, and then it's just like you calm down, you breathe, you're like, oh, and then you look up, you're like, what did I actually say? But yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, and yeah, if this is one video, then I'll see you guys in the next vid. If not, then I'll see you guys later when I make my vision board. So yeah, bye.